Hey guys, this is Ty and welcome back to the channel. So, being a YouTuber has got to be one of the best hobbies that I've ever been involved in. I just love it. And you know, there's no way that I would lose all the sleep that I do with this hobby if I didn't enjoy it so much. So one of the things that I wanted to do tonight is to put together 10 quick tips so that you can crush your next video or your next presentation. But before we do that, I've got a lot I've got to do tonight. So is it cool if we kind of multitask here and we have a chat and I take care of some of the things I need to? Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Let's get to it. Swag and stickers are fantastic, but to really engage with your audience, you've got to learn how to communicate with them on a personal level. And so that's part of what we're going to be talking about today, going over these tips, how to crush your next vlog presentation. Okay, let's start with this. Present something to your audience that you actually believe in. As content creators, we need to actually believe in what we're talking about and to feel as if we are providing a service to our audience. Whether you're talking about a product or an idea, be sure to clearly present your vision to your audience. Now, an example of what I'm talking about would be this. Now, I don't say this enough to my audience, but it's definitely the process that runs through my brain is I would love for you to be able to subscribe to my channel, but I only want you to subscribe to my channel is if you feel like I'm providing some type of service for you. And that's what we're talking about here, something that you actually really believe in. We need to understand who it is we're talking to, what their motives are for watching our videos, and how can we appreciate their time. A good question to ask would be, why did this person click play on my video, and what can I do to deliver on this opportunity and make the most out of my time and the viewers as well? People care about how something makes them feel, and your YouTube channel or your vlog is a product that can do just that, can entice emotions in people. Be sure to capitalize on those opportunities with whatever emotions that you want your audience to feel. Be authentic. It's okay for you to show emotion and not just follow some script for your YouTube channel. It's okay to present in your videos emotions and obstacles and frustrations. Try to make that connection with your audience. You're a real person who experiences real emotions. Be authentic with it. Also, don't be afraid to create a sense of urgency in your videos. I mean, think of this from the viewer's perspective. Why should I watch your video now? Why should I subscribe to you now? Give them some reasons for that. Unless you give your viewer a reason as to why they should subscribe and why they should continue watching, they're just going to postpone whatever you're asking them to do. An example of this could be something as simple as you telling your audience, please join me on this journey. Please join me on this road trip as we go to such and such place and do such and such thing. Or I'm trying to reach a certain number of subscribers, and once I reach that, this is what we are going to do. So be sure to answer those questions for your subscribers as to why they should watch, why they should subscribe, and let them feel that emotion again, that sense of urgency that you're trying to portray. All right, so I've boxed up some stickers, packed up some hats. What's next? GoPros. We have to update our GoPros. I got some new toys too, by the way. So now let's talk about visual cues. I just finished a video recently about the importance of B-roll, and that's what I'm talking about here. One of the things that you don't want to do in your videos is just have a perfectly static shot, a single shot like this. That tends to get boring for the audience. So a lot of times it's best if you can mix it up a little bit. So make sure you add those visual cues with different camera angles, different cuts, different shots, sound effects, B-roll, loaded up with all that good stuff to keep your audience entertained. So I recently purchased a GoPro 10 in the new GoPro Volta. So I'm not going to do an unboxing of this GoPro 10. And why is that? Because there's lots of videos out there on that. So it's important to know what sets you apart from everybody else. Now with me, one of the strengths I try to play when it comes to myself is, I'm not that funny of a guy. I'm not all that entertaining, but I'm a decent public speaker, even though I hate it. And also, I can teach people a thing or two. I'm pretty good at that too. So I try to play on those aspects of my personality that are my strengths instead of my weakness, and try to bring a good product to my audience that way. Well, if you've made any YouTube videos for any amount of time, one of the things for sure is that there's always going to be somebody who gives you a little bit of pushback and people who have questions. So as you begin to formulate your video and think of ideas, it's good to get out in front of those type of things and try to think about the questions that your audience might ask and answer those in your video or your presentation. I think this shows that you care and you empathize with your audience, and also that you are thankful and appreciative of their time, and you care about them as people, not just how many minutes someone's watching your video. Now, I don't know about you guys, but most people are like myself, and I need to hear something dozens of times really before it'll stick. And that's one of the things I think that is important with our videos is repetition. So as you're putting your video together, think about those 1 to 3 things that you really want your audience to walk away with, and be sure to repeat that at least a couple of times. If you don't repeat yourself or drive that point home, you can rest assured most people, like myself, are probably going to forget it. And this is the last point that I was going to make, and probably the most important of all. And that is to make sure that your ask, what you're asking your audience, make sure your ask is super clear. Just remember that you have asked people for 5 to 10 minutes of their time. If they're investing that in you, at least make sure that what you want from them is super clear to your audience so they can respond to you. Well, at this point, it's a few hours later, and I've got to get up early in the morning and go riding with some friends. So I hope you have found this video helpful, just my way to give back to the motovlogging community. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel. That would just be awesome. I hope you guys have an excellent day, and we'll talk to you again soon.